Good morning, lovely yogis. Today for our class, you will need 2 blocks or 2 thick books, as well as your bolster or your big pillow. So once you have those props, we're going to be seated on 1 block in a cross-legged position and just taking a few deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Finding your center. So with each exhale, your shoulders are sinking down, your jaw is relaxing. With every inhale, your belly is expanding, not holding it in, letting it fully expand. So continuing our work, week 2, with Ahimsa, Nonviolence. So this week for journaling exercise and reflection, this week guard your balance as you would your most precious resource. Don't find your balance from a place in your head of what it should look like. Instead, find guidance from the messages of your body. In this moment, do you need more sleep, more exercise? Do you need to eat differently? Do you need to pray? Do you need variety in your life? Do you need more connection? Act on the messages of your body and explore what balance looks like for you this week. Notice the effects on your life and on others. So that will be written down below the video for you to copy into your journal. So letting your eyes close, thinking about what balance looks like in your life, feeling it in your body. Coming from a place of non-judgment and just breathing those words in. You don't have to plan your week out around balance. Simply, what does my body want in this moment and in this moment? Continuing to sit up nice and tall, breathing full inhales and exhales. Non-violence. This week we are finding courage and creating balance. Fear creates violence. There are two kinds of fear. Fears that keep us alive and the fears that keep us from living. The first kind of fear is instinctual and built in us for survival. The second kind of fear is fear of the unfamiliar. The unfamiliar can be an abundant place for our exploration once we realize that this fear lives only in our imagination. To create a life and a world free of violence is first and foremost to find your own courage. As we expand ourselves into these new places, our minds and hearts grow more open, and we have less need to be violent. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to be afraid without being paralyzed. Courage is born from self-balance. Imbalance in your system is almost a certainty for violence, as the dis-ease we feel within finds its way to express outwards. Balance comes from listening to the guidance and wisdom of the inner voice. The inner voice coming from your heart and not from your mind. The body and mind and soul need time to digest and assimilate, to rest. Create space and time in your life to breathe, to reflect, to journal, a space for closure, for imagination, to slow down. When we are in balance, we automatically live in non-violence. So let's take 5 more full breaths in and out, starting to bring in your ujjayi breath, that slight constriction in the back of the throat. So that you can hear it outside, so that you can hear it in your ears, that ocean breathing. After your last exhale, lean yourself forward off of your block, bringing it over to the side. And then we are taking our bolster, laying it lengthwise behind us, straight behind us, pulling it up nice and close to your lower back, coming into a reclined butterfly. So you want to keep your bottom, your sit bones on the ground, and slowly walk yourself back. Sit bones are still on the ground. Scoot yourself down if they've started to float. And then bring your feet into a reclined butterfly. Take a moment to adjust, take a few deep breaths, and then bring your arms straight up above your head. And breathing deep, letting your upper body, your armpits, open with the breath. Ujjayi breath. Tongue is down and away from the roof of the mouth. You're letting your arms sink with the exhale, finding more space with every breath. Moving your awareness through the body, finding spots that are holding on to a lot of tension, and using your exhale to release them. you're reaching your arms up above your head, now bring them out into T position, letting them come back and down. Breathing here, same way as last. So you feel that softening through the collarbone and through the chest. And then we're bringing our arms straight back up above. Again, this time with a little flow motion. So fingers are spread nice and wide. We're going to bend at the elbows and draw our arms down, squeezing our shoulder blades together, trying to kind of pinch the pillow with our shoulder blades. Inhale, come up. Exhale, elbows bend, come down, squeezing the pillow with your shoulder blades. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, reaching, fingers are spread. And exhale. Couple more times. Inhale, reaching, feel the belly button come in towards the spine. Feel the pelvic floor lift. And exhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Once more, inhale. And exhale. Straightening the arms back up above the head. This time, we're going to just draw big circles, half circles with our hands, up and down, like a bird flaps its wings. Inhale up, exhale down. Breathing into the arms. Notice any sticky spots in the shoulders, any falter in the breath. Continue coming up and down. Once more, inhale, coming up. Pause. Exhale, coming down. And just let your hands come down by your sides, palms up. We'll take 5 more full breaths here. Again, softening through the collarbone, letting your elbows sink down towards the ground. Ujjayi breath is flowing, and it is your single point of focus. Let your eyes open if they were closed. Bring your hands down to your legs, drawing them back up towards one another. Letting your knees tent at the top while your feet are farther apart. Take a moment just to tune into the hips, what's happening in the legs. And when you're ready, rolling off of the bolster, very slow, cradling your head, bringing your palm of your hand down to the ground. And just laying in a fetal position just for a moment. Take a breath here. We're moving slowly. Pushing through the palm of your hand, coming back up only to move our bolster. So we're bringing it horizontal across the mat behind us. Coming back into a waterfall position. So Bringing your hips onto the bolster. Laying back down again. So you want to make sure your bolster is under your hips, a little bit farther down, not under the sacrum, because we're going to be bringing our feet straight up into the air. So adjust the bolster to make it that it's comfortable for your feet to be straight up. You can hold onto the bolster with your hands and just take a moment to lift your chest and tuck the shoulder blades underneath. Take a few breaths with your legs straight up, breathing into the backs of your legs. See if you can intentionally soften through the chest and the heart center. Relax the jaw. And then we're going to start moving our toes. So we're going to point our toes towards the roof, hold and take a breath. And then flex the toes down towards you, pause and take a breath. And then spread your toes as far as you can. Take a breath. Point the toes towards the sky. Flex them down towards your face. And spread the toes as far as you can. Point. Continue to breathe. Flex. Spread the toes. Point. Flex and spread the toes. One more time, pointing. Flex and spread. Perfect. Let your feet just be how they naturally are. And then we're going to bring some leg movement in. So, if you feel comfortable bringing your legs out into a wide V, hold for 3 breaths, breathing into that inner seam of the leg. And then bringing the legs back up, we're going to let the left leg come straight down below us and slide our hands down the back of our right leg. You can interlace the fingers and just let that left leg sink down as far as it wants to go. And take a few breaths, watching what your legs are doing. Breathe into your hamstring. And then slowly switching sides. Right comes down, interlace the fingers for the left, and bring it up. If you need to go a little bit easier on yourself, which is good because we're practicing that nonviolence, slide your hand down to the back behind your knee and hold there instead. Everybody is different, and we're not forcing ourselves into anything. Bring the hands back down to the bolster. Readjust the shoulder blades if you need to at any time. We're going to start drawing half circles with the legs, opposite one another, back and around. Bringing some motion and movement into our hip flexors, our hips. Continue to breathe, don't hold the breath. Again, we're looking and noticing any sticky spots. And then bring the legs straight back up to the sky, holding for 5 more full breaths in and out. So you're letting your knees bend in towards your belly and slowly letting one foot come down towards the mat, moving very slow through your lower back and then the other. So once both of your feet are planted, take one more breath in and out, gently pressing through the bottoms of your feet. And when you're ready, lift your hips. Slide the bolster out and lower the lower back down. Hitting the pause button and tuning into how the lower back and the sacrum area feel. When you're ready, hug your knees into your belly. And we're going to rock and roll back up to our seat. Bringing our legs around and coming into a tabletop position. So your fingers are spread nice and wide. Your knees are hip distance apart, cat-cow. So inhale, lift the heart, drop the belly. Exhale, round through the spine, all the way down the neck. Inhale, expand the belly, loosen the jaw. Exhale, pull the navel in. 3 more, inhale. Getting some movement through the spine a little faster. And centering. So stretching your left leg straight out behind you. Shift your weight into your left hand, right hand lifts. We're coming to bring our elbow and our knee together. So inhale, reach. Exhale, touch. Again, inhale. Exhale. Activating the core. Inhale, open. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. And readjust. So you're coming back down into tabletop. Other side, right leg stretches back. Left arm reaches, planting through your right hand. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open. Again. And then coming back into your tabletop. We're tucking our toes under, lifting our hips, and pressing back into our first down dog, walking the heels one at a time towards the ground. Taking full Ujjayi breaths. Letting both heels come down towards the ground. Knees can be bent. Belly button is coming in and up. Pelvic floor is lifted. And we're sweeping our right leg straight back behind us and opening so that the heel comes down towards our bottom. And we're looking under our right arm. Take a breath. Bring the right foot back down, replanting, recentering. Sweep the left straight up, and then kick the heel towards the bottom, looking under the left arm. Ground through the palms of your hands. Take a breath. And bring that foot back down. Take one more breath, let your hips sink back. And then lower the knees back down to the ground. And then belly down to the ground. Laying flat on your belly. Taking a breath in and out. So we'll need our block, both of our blocks for the next one, just at the top of the mat, so that they're the lowest height and they have some space in between them. I'll demonstrate what we'll be doing here. So with your hands on the right side of your blocks and your head facing down, we're going to be moving our hands to one side and then back over to the other. You want to keep your neck straight down, staring at the mat, and actually just wiggle your hips and ground in that way. Secret core activation. So when you're ready, we're going to be doing 6 for each height. So breathe the whole time, coming over to the left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Once you've done your 6, take a breath, let yourself sink forward, rest the forehead. And then switching your blocks so that they're at the medium height. 6 again. When you're ready, take a breath. 1, keep breathing. 2, 3, looking straight down. 4, 5, 6. Let your body sink forward for a breath. Last one, bringing them up to their highest height. Starting on the right, take a breath in and out. Trying not to look at the blocks. It's okay if you knock them over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let yourself sink forward. Take a breath in and out. And then removing your blocks to the side. So, on your belly, up a little bit, bring your hands, fingers spread nice and wide under the shoulders. Again, wiggle those hips to ground in. We're rolling our shoulder blades back and coming up into cobra. So you're grounding through your pelvic bone, you're rolling the shoulders back, you're lifting the chest, and your legs and feet are active. Take a breath. And then slowly lower back down. We're going to do 2 more of those. Once you're down, let all of your muscles release, so you're not holding. Once more, inhale, ground through the pelvic bone, lift the shoulders. You're not really pushing through your hands. You're using your glutes, your core. Don't hold the breath. And slowly lower. Relax the glutes. You can wiggle your hips from side to side. Once more, inhale coming up. Try to keep the jaw relaxed. And slowly lower. Wiggle the hips, release the glutes. And then keeping the spine straight, push yourself back up into your tabletop. Setting yourself up, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck the toes, lift back to down dog for one breath in and out. Lift your gaze between your hands, step both feet up. Inhale, lift halfway, look ahead. And exhale, fold forward. Nice long hold here. Letting the neck be heavy. Inhale, lift halfway, straighten the spine, bring your hands to your hips. Take a breath in as you inhale all the way back up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Coming to the top of your mat, let's inhale, sweep our arms up to the sky, lifting through heart and belly. Exhale, hinge from the hips, folding forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Plant your hands, step both feet back into your high plank. You can lower down to your knees. And then when we're coming down here, our elbows are pointed backwards, not out, backwards. As we come down, our elbows stay in towards the body. Pushing yourself up into upward facing dog. Pressing through the tops of your feet. And then exhale, lift the hips, come back into downward facing dog. And take a breath in and out. Leaving your left foot where it is. Let's bring our right foot between the hands and lower the left knee down to the ground. Your right ankle is stacked under the right knee. Push through the right foot, bringing yourself up. As you bring yourself up, you're bringing your belly away from the leg. Relax through the shoulders, relax through the jaw, and breathe here. Not putting any pressure from your hands into your leg. Relax the jaw. And now we're going to lean into that front leg. So take a breath in. Exhale, lean. Bringing both of our hands on the inside of our right foot. Heel toe, toes are angled out, heel is angled in. Ground through the palms of your hands. If you need some padding under the back of your left knee, use a blanket or your pillow. And if you have the space, come down to the elbows. Don't force this, remember. We're moving with sthira and sukham, steadiness and ease. Two more full breaths in and out. Plant the hands, coming back up. Heel toe that foot back into the center. We're coming up back to our Anjaneyasana again. So press through that foot, coming up. Pull the belly away from the leg and reach the hands up. Relax the shoulders. And if it feels okay, doing a slight back bend here. So you're lifting through your chest, keep lifting. Don't collapse into the lower back. Inhale, straighten back up. And exhale, hands on either side of the foot. Tuck your back toes, lift your left knee, and sweep back to down dog. Take a breath in and out. Other side. Right foot stays where it is. Left steps up. And lower the right knee down. Patting if you need to. Bringing yourself up. Knee is stacked over ankle. Pulling the belly away from the leg. So you're feeling more through the right hip flexor down the front of the right leg. You can rest your hands. Softening the upper body, lifting through the top of your head. And then gently leaning into that front leg. Bringing both hands on the inside of the left foot, heel toe so that the toes are angled out, the heel is angled in. Plant down through the palms of your hands and breathe deep here. And if you have the space, make your way down to your elbows. No forcing. Two more breaths. Making your way back up to your hands, heel toe so that foot is back in towards the center. Knee is stacked again over the ankle. Push up through the left. Lifting arms up, keeping space between your arms and your ears. And only if it feels okay, lifting the heart and gently leaning back. Keep yourself anchored through the bottom of your left foot. Don't hold the breath. Inhale back up. Exhale, bring the hands back down. We're going to tuck our right toes, lift our right knee, sweep back to down dog. And take a breath in and out. Coming down to the knees. We're bringing our toes together, knees to the edges of the mat, sitting yourself back into child's pose for a long hold here, letting your forehead sink down, stretching your fingertips forward. Getting back into that ocean breathing. Treating yourself with care and compassion. Working on finding more gentleness within your thoughts, within your body, within the body work. Three more breaths. And then bringing yourself up to your knees at the front of your mat. Coming into a hero pose. So bring your bolster behind you. You can also sit onto the bolster if you have knee issues. The more height you put underneath your bum, the less it's going to be intense on those knees, on the fronts of your legs. You can also squeeze a strap in between the backs of your legs and your knees, and that will create a little bit of space and take some of the pressure off of the knee. So sitting with your feet at the edges of the mat, down. If you have the space, you can bring your bottom all the way down to the ground. So many variations and modifications. We're coming into lion's face pose. So take a deep breath in and out. Clear the throat, so take an intentional swallow. And I'll just demonstrate what this looks like. We're going to be opening our mouth as wide as we can and sticking our tongue out down as far as we can and making a sound while gazing towards your third eye. We're going to do it 3 times, and this is on camera. You're at home, there's no one around. Don't be shy about this. This is really good for opening and flushing all the vessels in the throat. So take a deep breath in. One more. And then just sit and breathe for a moment, tuning into the throat. If you need to take a rest with your knees and your feet, take that at any time. And then bring yourself forward off of the bolster, pushing it back so that it's coming all the way in towards your lower back, sitting down towards the ground only if it's available. We're coming back and down. So we're lifting up through the heart, we're taking full breaths in and out, and we're slowly walking ourselves back. Don't force this. Come down to the elbows, pause. Don't let the neck fall back, keep it in control and breathe. And if you have the space, lower down onto the bolster, bringing your arms up above your head. Breathe fully into the lower back. Steadiness and ease. If you have to come back up, move slowly and with intent. Two more breaths. And then arms come back to the feet, elbows come down. Slowly make your way back up. Bringing your hands around in front. Coming back into our tabletop. So you can move your bolster back over to the side. And once you're in your tabletop, you can do a couple cat-cows. So knees are under the hips, wrists under shoulders. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. Again, inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Inhale your right hand straight out to the side. Exhale, threading under the left, coming to rest down on the shoulder, the side of your temple, pushing through the palm of your left hand and the back of your right hand. Stay with the breath. Pushing up through the left hand, replanting the right. Inhale, left arm straight out. Exhale, threading under the right, coming down to the shoulder, the left temple. Press through the palm of your right hand and the back of your left hand. Feeling that twist through the mid-spine. pushing up through the palm of your right hand, and we are coming to our seat. Once you're in your seat, you're in a just regular cross-leg position with your legs a little bit farther out from your body than you would normally have them. Coming into just a gentle twist. So right hand comes to the ground behind you, left hand to your right knee. Inhale, lift up through the spine. And exhale, twisting to the right. Feeling it through the spine and not really cranking the neck towards the back of the room. Just let the spine and neck naturally sink together. And coming back to the front, you can lean back, crisscrossing your legs the other way. Left hand behind, right hand to your right hand to your left knee. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, twist to the left. Notice how I'm not looking straight back behind, but just to the wall to the left. Breathe up through the top of your head. Don't lose your height. And then coming back to the center, leaning back on your hands, feet come to the edges of your mat, and windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Letting both of your knees come over to the right, sitting yourself forward, so that the bottom of the right foot meets the top of the left knee. I can never say that. And then we are bringing our hands down and walking ourselves back to the right, just to your own level of comfort. Taking a few breaths, grounding through the palms of your hands. See if you can soften the jaw just a little bit more. And slowly walk yourself back around, switching directions of your knees. Top of the right knee, bottom of the left foot. Bring the hands down and slowly start to walk your hands back and around. Just to your own level of comfort. Plant the hands in, lift up through the heart, and exhale, soften. Slowly walking the hands back and around. And sweeping the knees back behind you. Coming back into your downward facing dog. So lift the hips, press back. Lifting up through the tailbone. Pull the belly button in and up, pelvic floor up. Breathe into the backs of your legs. Three more breaths, nice and long hold. And lower the knees back down to the ground. Coming up, tucking your toes under. Strasana, camel pose. So you're lifting up through the front of your body. Your belly button is coming in and up. And we're going to bring our arms out wide. Left arm comes under, right arm over, and then bending your elbows. If you can, again, interlace so that the palms of your hands are connected, do so. And then you're lifting your elbows up, leaning back just slightly, hips are coming forward, and then point your fingers up to the sky. Breathe here. Don't let your neck fall back, keep it tucked. Full breaths, breathing into the back bend. And then tilt yourself forward again, unwinding the arms. And then just take a moment to bring yourself all the way down, roll yourself into that little ball, and wiggle your hips from side to side. Release the breath. And when you're ready, coming up again. Tucking your toes under. Remember, you can have a pillow or a blanket under your knees if you need. Open the arms wide, inhaling. Right arm comes under this time, left over. Bend the elbows and interlace around. When you're ready, press your hips forward, lift your elbows, point your fingertips up and away towards the sky. Keep your chin tucked and breathe. Deep breaths. And slowly come back and around, releasing the hands, untucking the toes, coming back into that little ball, and take a full breath in and out. You can wiggle your hips if it feels good. And then bringing yourself back to your seat. Once you're in your seat, your legs are bent, knees are bent, feet are coming forward. We're tucking our left foot underneath the right leg and bringing it towards the hip. Right foot comes up and over, cow face pose, Gomukhasana. Sit bones are both grounded. Remember, the modification for this is just a regular cross-leg position. So from here, bring your left hand down to the ground beside you and inhale your right hand up and over. Trying to keep both your right shoulder and your left shoulder down and away from the ears. Breathe up through the right side body. Opening the chest, relaxing the jaw. And coming back up, leaning back, uncrossing the legs. Right comes under, left over. Stacking the knees, if you can. Take a moment. And then right hand comes down to the floor beside you. Inhale, left arm up and over, opening chest to the sky, both shoulders away from the neck. And coming back up. Coming down, lean back, uncross the legs, and come down to the back body. Rolling, hugging the knees in, and rocking from side to side. As well as stretching yourself out completely. Take a full breath in, and exhale, releasing to the ground. Bringing your arms out to T position. Bending both knees up in towards your belly. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, both knees come to the right. Keeping your shoulder blades both grounded on the ground. And if it feels okay for your neck, gazing over the left. Closing the eyes and softening. Softening again through your armpits, through the jaw, through the eyelids. And creating more space so that we can rest easier, so that we can tune in to that inner voice. Return your gaze back to the center. Inhale your knees back up. Take a moment to hug them in, recentering the spine. Open the arms, deep breath in. Exhale to the left. Adjusting so your shoulder blades stay grounded and gazing over to the right. Softening with the breath. Two more breaths. And inhale back up to center, hugging the knees in and bringing the feet down to plant. Readjusting your shoulder blades, lifting the chest up, folding them under. And we're coming into half happy baby. So your left foot stays planted. Bottom of your right foot comes up towards the roof, grabbing onto the outer edge of your right foot. If that reach is not comfortable, grab behind the right knee. Once you are here, I find that it helps me to keep my left hip down if my hand is on my hip, and then my right shoulder blade can work at coming back down towards the ground. Take full breaths here. If it feels okay, you can stretch your left leg straight down below you. Breathing to soften. Planting your left foot back in. Slowly bring the heel of your right foot down towards you and release the leg down. Windshield wiper between sides. Other side. Right foot stays planted. Right hand at your right hip. Left foot, bottom of the foot towards the sky, grabbing onto the outer edge of the left or behind the left knee. So your right hip is grounded and your left shoulder blade is coming down towards the ground. Breathe here, and you can straighten your right leg if it feels good. A few more breaths. Softening where you can, through the collarbone, through the jaw. right foot back up to plank. Bring the left heel in and release the foot down. And making our way finally into Shavasana. So if you'd like to use your bolster under the backs of your knees, you can. Laying flat on your back. With your arms at your sides, shoulder blades are folded underneath. Your feet and legs are naturally falling away from one another. Your chin is just slightly tucked. Let's take 3 full breaths to release that remaining tension. In through the nose, out through the mouth. With every exhale, you're sinking deeper into the ground. Your limbs are becoming heavy. Your mind is becoming still. And just breathing your natural breath, not changing anything. Letting yourself refresh and reset. Slowly bring your awareness back into your body, breathing a little bit deeper. Starting to wiggle fingertips and toes. And if it feels good to stretch yourself out completely or to hug your knees into your belly. You can do both or neither. When you're ready, rolling over to your right side, cradling your head and taking a few deep breaths here. When you're ready, pushing yourself back up to your seat. Sitting in your cross-legged position, breathing a few more breaths and reflecting on your practice. Nonviolence turns us from harming ourselves and others to kindness and compassion for ourselves and others. Bringing your hands to your heart center, the Anjali Mudra. Storms rage about me. I calm my heart and send out ribbons of peace. If you'd like to join me in an Om to seal our practice, you can. So deep breath in and out. Inhale to Om. Thank you so much for joining the practice today. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thank you so much. Namaste.